becoming an issue at COP15, and it wasn't at all even on the radar screen when we set out to make this film. We started making the film in November of 2006 after we had read an article by Elizabeth Colbert in the New Yorker magazine called The Darkening Sea. And it was such a disturbing article to us that we thought somebody must be doing something about this. So we went to Google. Of course, we're addicted to Google, as you can tell. And we looked up ocean acidification, and there were only 6 references on a single page at that time. And none of them had anything to do with somebody wanting to make a film or even very many news clips on it. It was primarily scientific references. So we got on the phone and called one of the scientists that were referenced on Google, on that Google page. And he was about to hold a conference in Seattle, and we called and said, could we please come to this conference, learn more about ocean acidification, and if you think it's a good idea, we'd like very much to talk to you about the possibility of making a film. He said, please, please come on out. So we flew out to Seattle, and we met with Dick Feely, who was here up until yesterday. So I'm sorry he isn't here, but several of his colleagues are here, and you'll be able to ask them questions. And he couldn't have been more gracious, and he explained to us under no uncertain terms that scientists need communicators, that it is not the job of scientists to be the communicators, to get out there and make the noise. They're doing the very hard work of research and science. So he said we would be most grateful if you would actually step in and make a film, and we will help you all we can. And he did, and every scientist we worked with did, and we are absolutely dedicated to scientists now. Both Sven and I want to be scientists in our next life. We have tremendous respect for them, and we thank them from the bottom of our hearts for helping us with this film. One quick thing, and then we'll bring the scientists on and Sven can speak. But our goal for this film was to create a vehicle that would communicate to a very broad audience. This is not a film for scientists. As you'll notice, there were very, very few graphs. Scientists know the business of ocean acidification and know how to find out about it. People like us don't. So we made a film for people like ourselves and everybody that we know across the globe who really don't know anything about ocean acidification. So this is really, I'm sure, the introductory film to ocean acidification. It is the first feature-length documentary on this topic. We both fully expect that there will be others to follow, but we felt someone needed to get the ball rolling, so that's what we did. Sven?
And we've been very fortunate in that the film has received a good response in many parts of the world. It's played on 5 continents. It's premiering today in Kathmandu. And that has been our hope from the beginning, and that is, how can we make noise, how can we target that noise, and how can we channel that in such a way as to put pressure on policymakers to bring ocean acidification and issues around that and CO2 into the mix as we come to COP15, and now as we're beginning to understand COP16 as well. And there's so much to be done, but we're delighted that we feel we've taken the first couple of steps. And again, like Barbara, I want to thank everyone in the scientific community who has welcomed our questions, been patient beyond belief with us, even though I think at times we've stumbled. So this is a nice chance to thank all of you publicly. We are really indebted.
So shall we